Hi everyone, today I want to show you something a little bit different. As you can see, I'm going to talk about Anima, well, technically a model that's called Anima. But before we talk about any of that, I would like to say thank you first for everybody who joined my YouTube channel and subscribed to me, and I would love to say thank you for everybody who's actively partaking in comments and actively partaking in Discord. And just being an active part of the community. Thank you for the people who started following me on Patreon as well. You guys are awesome. And thank you for everybody who also started following me on CivitAI because, oh my god, you guys are following me a lot. And by the way, if you're interested, there is other workflows that I'm working on for future videos. And if you want, you can just comment it down below which one you would think would be the best to post next. For example, I'm trying to improve the LTX workflow that I have. I'm trying to improve well, not even improve, just do like a better version of masking for example, Flux 2. I can do localized masking for specific parts of the image with like hair, eyes, clothing. I changed her dress into a combat suit. I am working on a specific type of image editing with Flux where you can just take a picture with your camera. Like for example, I took this in London and emphasize the quality of this image and colors on it without changing the details and adding some weird stuff to the building. That's really cool, by the way, because this can actually elevate you from using Photoshop or Lightroom or some stuff like that. Also, I don't know if you're interested how to do face swap with Flux 2 Klein, because these are Flux 2 Klein workflows. I can show you that one as well. So let me know down in the comments what you want to see, and we can just go on and do that for the next video. And by the way, this is also like an extra thing. I'm trying to figure out how to make it better. The Seed VR to video upscaler, which is perfectly fine to just upscale an image as well. It's just kind of bothering me that it's over smoothing things, but I guess you can add like extra noise. I don't know, I'll figure it out later. So let me know which one you want to see. And yeah, thank you very much for being interested in the stuff that I'm making here, and let's move on to the whole thing. This model is for making illustrative images or illustration images, especially anime images. This model is a really tiny one. It's a 2 billion parameter text-to-image model created via collaboration between Circlestone Lab and Comfy.org. When you go to the files, there is literally 3 files, and the total file size for those 3 files is going to be 5.6 gigabytes. So this is great. And on a Reddit frenzy when it was released, everybody was talking about that this is going to be the next, or maybe it's already the next anime image generator. I'm not saying no. This is exactly the next image generator. This was literally released 4 days ago as of my recording. I mean, technically it's like 1 a.m. in the morning, so I guess maybe 3 days and like 1 hour ago was released or something like that. When you download them, obviously put it the diffusion model, put it in the diffusion model, because by the way, it works as a checkpoint as well. First, I kind of loaded up the whole thing as a checkpoint with a checkpoint loader, which is like wrong. Like, don't do that. Don't make a mistake like I did. Do it properly. Diffusion model, text encoder, and VAE. So when you load it up, I already tested like a bunch of different sizes, which one is more stable, how many steps do I need. There is like a whole description on the page for that thing. So if you go to the model card, it's going to explain it to you, like how to build up the prompt, what to use, what size is the best. Like, they are saying that these are the best sizes, and don't really go over that. I did go over that a little bit, I guess, but it's still stable. So I mean, I'm kind of breaking the rules a little bit, but it is still very much stable. Like, for example, sometimes I use CFG 6.5 instead of between 4 and 5. And sometimes I used 20 steps. I was just testing it because I was like, if I start getting good results on this much, the results on the normal amount are going to be amazing. And that's how I kind of tested it, because like that just takes way less time if you do it in 20 steps than 35. Yeah, you're gonna lose some details, but like, who cares? So the most optimal generation should be these settings. For me, I mean, it is according to them, your size should not go over this. But according to me, this is fine. According to me, even full HD is fine, but on full HD, you start noticing some unstable generations and some not exactly correct colors, or maybe some VAE issues that you would not notice on a smaller image. But for now, this is great. And for me, it's actually doing really good results. So how is this working? All right, cool. So what I said is Euler, simple, CFG 4.5, between 4 and 5, and steps between 30 and 50. Those are the most optimal versions. With like the most basic workflow ever, because there's literally nothing that you would need to load up. You're gonna need a positive and a negative clip text encoder, because you're gonna need these into the positive and the negative part of the K sampler. You cannot, I mean, you can do condition 0 out. I don't know why would you do that. I just kind of tried it. It does generate an image, but the image quality is not as good as you would generate it with the normal stuff. So I'm gonna copy, no, I'm not gonna copy that. I'm gonna copy this. And I'll show you what's the difference. This is already good. Like you can already see this is great. But when you put it in here and you generate that image with the normal workflow under normal conditions with a proper negative prompt, it's going to look way better even in the unstable full HD image. I'm calling it unstable because around full HD, you're going to start notice some quality drop and some weirdness with the fingers. And I didn't started noticing any weirdness with the eyes. The eyes are still fine. But as you can see, like there's some issue with the finger here. It's not really where the trigger is supposed to be. It is okay, but you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and whatever this is, and then 5, the thumb. So when you go down a little bit to the size that I said is the most stable, this is perfection. Like this is actually what you want. Great pose, fingers are correct, face is correct, eyes are correct, hair is correct, details are there. There is sharpness in the image, no fuzziness, no overexposure. You have an actual accurate shadow. And obviously if you go even lower, everything is like kind of fine, but it gets smaller. So when it gets smaller, it's gonna get like a little bit less good. So I would say the most optimal version is this, which is 1536 by 944. I'm gonna make a workflow and I'll show it to you how to make it, and then I'll upload it if you want it. But because I'm gonna show it to you, I assume a lot of you guys are going to be able to build it. So let's just do that. Let's get our K sampler. All right, let's do it with the advanced one because that's what I was using. From this one, we're gonna pull these out for clip text encode for a positive and a clip text encode for a negative. We're gonna choose the colors for them, right? And then we're gonna do load diffusion model. For me, when I load up the diffusion model, you can already see that it's going to be starting with this one because Anima is literally at A. So it's just gonna load up for me automatically. But for you, you may have to like choose it. So just choose it. And then load clip. The basic one as well. And as you can see, this is already also here because of the ABC order. I am leaving it on stable diffusion. I tried it on SD3, PixArt, what was it? Qenimage and Lumina 2. I think it's fine on stable diffusion. I don't know. I don't know if you want to change it. I'm not sure if they are recommending to use anything else. And then let's do a load VAE. Load VAE. Cool. And obviously it's also here because of the A as Anima. And then we're gonna do a VAE decode here. VAE decode. We're gonna connect the VAE decode to the latent, and we're gonna pull the preview image from here. And I'm just gonna do like a bit of organizing because The bigger the image, the better we can see it. Put these here. Put this here. By the way, you're gonna need a empty SD3 latent image. You can use the other empty latent image as well. I just saw this was used by others, and I thought, okay, fine, I'll just use that too, I guess. So now we have like packed everything to the side. Your empty latent image is there for your size of the image, so I'm gonna use it on the size that I found the most stable. All right, and we're gonna drop some prompts in here on this thing. Copy, paste, and we're gonna grab the negatives from here because we're gonna need that. Copy, paste, and then we're gonna set this thing up because we're gonna need at least 35 steps and CFG. Let's do 4. And we're going to leave it on Euler simple. These are fine. We can just leave them the way they are. We're going to have like a randomized seed. And this is it. Like, this is literally how long it takes for you to build this basic workflow. This is the type of workflow that would almost load up when you load up the whole thing. Okay, so this is like a bad example, right? We started with like seed 0. So obviously this is like not the best. Let's just generate another one just for argument's sake. And if it's still bad, I'll raise the CFG because I was using a higher CFG with the other one. That's good. I mean, it's not like perfect, so let's run it with a higher CFG. And yes, with a higher CFG, we are actually on a good generation. That's great. So now let's talk about the prompting, because when you go to the page, they explain it to you how to use the prompting and what to put in there and what are the tags and what is the order, the way you're supposed to put it together. For that, I built my own prompting mechanism for myself because I am not going to start thinking with my brain all the time how to build this thing. Although it would be awesome to be as efficient to just spew out a prompt anytime I want to. But sometimes your brain just doesn't work, or your brain maybe just doesn't work that well. Sometimes I'm able to actually correct certain prompts in a positive way when it generates me a way better result, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So for that, I'm building these prompt generators, and they are basically just a LLM, like a language model, and you put in an instruction for the language model. And that instruction is probably the most basic instruction that I have ever made. I did ask ChatGPT, what the hell am I doing wrong? And it said, oh, you're just duplicating this thing here, so here, I'll fix it for you. But normally, it's really easy to make a instruction prompt for a language model, and then it's just gonna give you exactly what you need. The only thing that I had was like a really bad background, but then I realized that that's not really what's happening. So what's really happening is that it depends what kind of environment are you in with these images. So this is like a city, it's a battle, and for example, if I use that prompt that I just copied from the other image, the images that you have seen first, the snowy mountain image, then you can see that the image is already way better in smaller image as well, because it somehow probably the model has this thing rendered in, like loaded in, or I don't know, trained into it. Like this is the optimal image that I said, the size of the image, the most optimal one that I found. So you can see that this is definitely trained into the model. It looks so much better. The city thing looks so much better as well. But like a forest with like a lot of leaves and stuff, that didn't look that well. And even in Full HD, when it starts losing stability, like you can see that it's good, as I have said in the beginning of the video. So that meant to me that, oh, okay, so even if I make a good prompt, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to make a good image, because maybe since it's not finished yet, when you go to the files and you click here, it says preview. So obviously this is already a stable version, but this is not the final version. It's a preview. And that's why it doesn't necessarily have those things trained in. And I think eventually when they are going to finish it, a lot of things are going to be different. But anyways, because this is kind of a base model, if you know what you're doing, in theory, you can just make LoRa's for it. I have no idea how to do that right now. It's probably super easy because basically, I mean, it's a diffusion model with a text encoder, right? Like, and a VA. It's like, there shouldn't be too much issues. You just put it into a trainer, and then in theory, the trainer is going to understand what to do, right? I don't know, dude. But that's kind of how I don't know, imagine how it goes. And maybe someone who's making these LoRa trainers is just going to update their LoRa training set, and then you can just download the model and all the stuff for it and train a LoRa for it. Which means if the forest didn't look good before, now the forest is going to look way better. And this model, by the way, when you scroll down on the page, you go back to the model page, you can see that this is not a commercial model. I don't know if the final model is going to be a commercial model, but this doesn't have the rights. I don't know if it's because it's a preview and they just didn't really want to get the rights for it or what, because obviously those licenses cost, I think those licenses cost like, I don't know, do they cost money? I don't know if they cost money. I have no idea. But if you just want to generate some images for yourself, I mean, go ahead, enjoy. It's a great model and it's already perfect. Another thing that I wanted to show you guys, when you come over to Civit AI and you, let's say you want to download the workflow that I say always that you can find it here, you click on any of these images, you right click, save image, and when you see it saving in PNG, it's going to save the image. I already saved the image here, right? Like, let's just save it as like E. And if I pull this into Comfyui and just drop it in, it loads up the workflow. That's all you need to do, guys. When I say that it's on Civit AI, you just do this. If you still want the JSON file, just come to the Discord. It's all there. It's free. Everything's free. You can just join free. If you feel like you would like to support me, I guess you can support me on Patreon or you can support me on YouTube. You can even just support me just by watching these videos. Like, I'm monetized. It's all good. But I just want to say, because this is like very inconvenient. Anytime when I start doing YouTube and anytime when there's an interest in my YouTube, something happens to me financially. And it happened again. So yay me. So I'm kind of looking for a job. I still have a job, but it's not good anymore because eventually it's going to stop being my job because the company is not really doing well. And because of that, I am looking for something else. I mean, honestly, if I have to, I'll just go and work in a McDonald's. I'm not really a type of person who picky about these things. The only thing that I couldn't do is like really heavy physical work because I am not okay physically. Ever since I was a kid, I was kind of weak and I couldn't really do stuff that normal people do. And it's not because I can't get stronger, it's because the way I was born. No, I'm not deformed, only a little bit. But normally you wouldn't see it until you want me to lift up something heavy and you just like, well, you look fine, you look normal. And I'm like, I may look normal, but I am not. I can't lift this thing, so you need to lift it. And that's how my whole life works. People look at me and they're like, but this guy can just do that. And I'm like, I may look like that, but I am not able to do that. So yeah, I guess that's why I kind of mentioned, if you want to support me, like, go ahead. I welcome it, especially now in this part of my life. But anyways, if I have to, as I said, I'm just gonna go to McDonald's and work in McDonald's because I have done it before and I have worked in KFC as well. So I know how these places work. Right now, my job is, I don't know, like astronomically better because it pays more and everything, but not for long. And it's not like a super high quality job, so it's not like I'm rich. When it's done, I'm okay for 2 months, and after that I'm not okay anymore. So that's why I said, like, I'm just gonna go work in the McDonald's. Anyways, this is it for my personal life, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you can enjoy these workflows. And I'm not gonna stop uploading these, and don't worry about me, it's all gonna be fine. And if I actually end up working in a more difficult job, like let's say, as I said, a McDonald's, and it takes away more of my time than what I have now, I guess maybe I might be a little bit slower in uploading, but I am not gonna stop because I love this thing. And I believe that eventually I'm probably gonna just do something related to this anyways, because I have the credentials. Don't worry about me. So if someone wants to throw money at me, I'll accept it, but do not give me any money if you need it. Please keep it. Please take care of yourself first. That's what I am doing. That's what you have to do. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for liking my workflows. And please go have fun. Okay, bye.